everyone, so today's video is going to be a get ready with me video. This is my go-to summertime makeup look that I wear almost every single day unless I'm wanting to change up my makeup look or unless I'm doing a makeup tutorial. I absolutely love this look because it's really simple and easy to achieve. It's bronzy, it's glowy, but I use some different tips and tricks within the video that you guys will see that kind of makes your makeup last longer throughout the day. Because I'm in Georgia right now and I'm going to be moving back to Florida, and I know that the summertime is just disgusting in Georgia and in Florida, and most of the time if you don't set your makeup and things like that and use some different tips and tricks, your makeup will literally just melt off. It's really bad and it's so humid. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoy my makeup look, and if you haven't subscribed already to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and give my video a thumbs up if you really like it. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Okay, so the very first thing that I'm going in with is the new Becca Backlight Primer. This is the very first time that I ended up using the primer, and I have to say I absolutely loved this primer. I got it in a little sample pack in one of my Sephora purchases, and ever since then I've been using it nonstop. I'm definitely going to be picking up the full-size bottle whenever I have the chance to save up for it. I will say though, if you are more on the oily side, that primer probably isn't the best for you because it is supposed to give you more of a dewy, luminous glow, and if you're oily, that's kind of what you're wanting to avoid. For my foundation, I'm going in with the Becca Too Faced, or no, oh my god, the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This color for me matches me perfectly in the summertime, and I just love the natural finish that it has. It's not such a thick consistency to where it feels heavy throughout the day during the hot months, and I always apply it during the summertime with my DM Beauty sponge just because to me that gives the most natural looking finish, and that's the look that I usually go for during the summertime. Next up, for my concealer, I am mixing two of the NYX HD concealers. First color I'm putting on is Light, and this one has more of a yellow base, and then I'm going over top of that with the color Fair. And the reason I do this is because one of them is too yellow for me, and so I use that to cancel out my dark circles, and then the other one is too light for me, so it just looks like I have white underneath my eyes, and I definitely don't want that kind of look. So I mix the two together and it gives me the perfect shade, and then I just blend that out with my damp beauty sponge. Next up, I'm just setting that concealer with my City Color HD translucent powder stuff. I honestly love this stuff. I rave about it all the time. I was using the Anastasia Beverly Hills banana powder a lot, but since I got the City Color HD powder, I've just been using that all the time. Now, a little trick, if you want to still have nice dewy skin, but you want your skin to, or your foundation to last throughout the day, try setting it with a translucent powder, because that is what is going to make your foundation last longer throughout the day. Then starting with the eyes, the first color I'm going in with is Glow, and this is by Colourpop. This is just a very light shade. I'm using it in my crease area for my transition shade. And I'm also going to be putting that a little bit on my lid. This is just going to, I don't know what was going on there, but this is just going to give us a nice base for the next color that we're going in with. Anytime you do some sort of eye look, you're definitely going to want to go in first with a transition shade. That's just going to make sure that you have a buffing color for shades that go a little bit deeper in color. So this way you'll have something to buff it out with later. And then the next color I'm going in with is again by Colourpop, and this is in the shade Cornelious. And this one I'm using a more dense buffing brush, and I'm just putting that into the outer corner, and then I'm buffing it in towards the inner eye area. I like to use this method because I want most of the product to be on the outer corner because I really like the almond eye effect, and this is how I tend to achieve it, is I will pat in the outer corner and then I will blend up towards the crease, making sure not to go too high because we definitely want to carve out that eye socket area, and that's where you get that really beautiful defined look. And I'm also bringing this in, but I'm waiting until a little more of the color is off of my brush. So that's why I pat on the outside first, and then I blend towards the inner of the eye, and then I will buff upwards towards the eyebrow. And this just gives a really seamless look, and it makes sure that everything is nice and diffused, because we really don't want harsh lines. I mean, unless we're going for a cut crease, but that's totally, totally different. Then for my lid color, I'm actually using a highlight shade, and this is by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the Glow Kit Gleam, and it's the shade Mimosa. So I'm just taking a shader brush, and I am packing that all over the lid. As you can see, it's just such a beautiful champagne shade, and I love how shimmery it is. During the summertime, I tend to use highlighters more as like my overall lid color, just because you really cannot beat a shimmer like you can in a, what am I talking about right now? You can't beat a shimmer eyeshadow in terms of using a highlighter as your eyeshadow, just because that's exactly what it's for. It's made to shimmer and shine and give such a beautiful gleam. And so that's why I love using highlighters as my overall lid color eyeshadow. It's just so gorgeous. So as you can see here, I'm just buffing that onto the lid, making sure not to go up too high with that. And then just quickly filling in my brows, I'm using the Elizabeth Mott Queen of the Fill Tinted Brow Gel. And since my brows are fairly dark, I am using the medium dark shade. I love this, honestly, you guys. Like, I'm not a huge brow person. I don't really enjoy filling in my brows or really doing anything that has to do with my brows. And this is such a quick and easy way to just make them look more put together and for them to stay in place. To complete the eyes, I'm going back in with the shade Cornelious just on a pencil brush, and I'm applying that to the lower lash line. I like to do this with pretty much all of my eye looks, because I just feel like sometimes having a blank lower lash line, it just, I don't know, it makes it look incomplete to me. So I just like adding a little bit of color to that, and I just think that it makes the eyes pop, it makes them look a little bit bigger, and that is definitely the look that I'm going for. So I'm just taking that on a really nice pointed pencil brush and swiping it back and forth, making sure that most of the color stays in that outer corner. And then once the product is off of my brush, I will start blending towards the inner corner. Now for my lower waterline, I'm going in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Stick thingy-majig in the shade Cashmere, and this just really reflects the light well, and it makes my eyes open up a lot more. Then before we go in with mascara, I'm just going to give my lashes a quick curl. And the very first mascara that I'm going in with is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I love this mascara. It makes my lashes feel so much thicker, but not in a bad way. So I hate whenever mascaras clump. I just think it's so annoying. It's not a cute look at all. But this one, it just makes my lashes feel so volumized. But again, it doesn't clump or anything like that. So I absolutely love that. And then after that, I'm going to be going in with the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. And let me tell you about this duo, you guys. So I'm one of those people who just doesn't have the patience or like the care to really go in with false lashes all the time. Now, I will say whenever I do use false lashes, I definitely feel a lot more glamorous and a lot more girly. But for me, that's just not something that I do on a daily basis. So I really love this combination of using the Better Than Sex mascara first because it adds a lot of volume, and then I go in with the IT Cosmetics Superhero mascara for the length. And it doesn't give the same effect necessarily as using false lashes, but it definitely makes my lashes stand out so much more than it would with just using one type of mascara. And so I just think that it's such a foolproof, easy way. And honestly, like, who wants to have sweat dripping onto their, false lashes and then like the glue getting all itchy and irritating? That's just not a cute look for anyone. So I prefer to go with mascara, especially if I'm doing something outside. Alrighty, so next thing, I'm just bronzing up the skin a little bit with the Milani Baked Bronzer, and I'm using the shade Glow. I love this bronzer. I've had this bronzer for probably maybe 1 or 2 years now, and it's just gorgeous. Like, if you are able to see it in the store, it just has such gorgeous luminosity to it. It looks like it has little flecks of gold, but it's not glitter. It just has such a gorgeous luminosity to it. I'm obsessed with it. I have been trying to get into the whole bronzer thing, and Milani bronzer is like the only thing that really attracts me to it. And so I'm trying, guys. Like, I have been purchasing some more drugstore bronzers. I just purchased a Wet n Wild one. And so I've been trying, but honestly, like, this is hands down my favorite one. So because my skin on my neck is never as tan as my chest or my face, I do like to bronze up that area as well. So I'm just bronzing up right next to the trach on each side, and that just adds a little bit more glow to the neck, so it matches a little bit better. For my blush, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild blush in Rosé Champagne, and honestly, you guys, like, I'm obsessed with Wet n Wild officially, and their blushes are amazing. This is a Color Icon blush, which apparently is a new formula or something like that, but it has such gorgeous luminosity to it, and during the summertime, I love to glow, especially from within. I just think that that's such a gorgeous look. And so, yeah, that is what I'm putting on my cheeks right now. And then for my highlighter, I did go back in with that Mimosa, and I also used a little bit of Starburst, again from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in the shade Gleam. And to apply it to my cheeks, I'm just using a little thin fan brush. It's just a really easy method. Like, I'm not super picky about how I apply my highlight. And then I will use a more precise dense brush to get my Cupid's bow, just to make the lips pout a little bit more. And then I also like to highlight the bridge of my nose because it just makes it look a little bit thinner, and it makes it look like it was sun-kissed. So that's what I prefer. And then since I was going out shopping and I was wearing a tank top, I decided to add a little bit of highlight onto my collarbones, or décolletage, or whatever the heck Jaclyn Hill calls it. And then I also put a little bit on my shoulders. I just think that this adds a little bit more to your look. It's nothing really fancy, and I actually think I ended up using a champagne pot for that, but I saw Jaclyn Hill use it in her videos and I couldn't resist. So I gave it a try and I really liked it. Then for my lipstick, I'm going in with my favorite nude combination of all time. Honestly, like, I have been wearing this combination out, so I should probably tell you what it is. I'm going in with the Colourpop Lippie Stick in the shade Cookie. It is a matte shade, and as you can see, it has a little bit of a brown undertone, a little bit of a peachy undertone. It is so beautiful and perfect for summertime. They're $5. Like, you honestly cannot beat Colourpop Lippie Sticks. They're incredible. I love them. And then I wanted a little bit more of a gloss to the lip, so I'm going in with a NYX Butter Gloss, and this one is in the shade Fortune Cookie. The NYX Butter Glosses smell like heaven, and I'm obsessed with them, and honestly, this combination is just perfect. It's not too brown, it's not too pink, it's just right there in the middle, and I'm obsessed. You really can't get better than that. Then to finish up my look, you guys, I'm just going in with the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. This is definitely a must for me on those hot Georgia days, and that completes this look. Bye, guys.